Hello Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I wanted to show you these two fabulous cards using the Dashing Deer stamp set and the Detailed Deer Thinlits from the Holiday Mini Catalog. So here is that amazing stamp set, and you can see it's got these beautiful images here as well as great Christmas greetings, and of course there's also the thank you greeting. So I find that these greetings actually work really well as inside and outside greetings for your cards, so that's super amazing. And then of course here are the coordinating framelets. So we have the little deer here and then the more elegant deer there. There's also these fun little corner pieces that you can use on your project, and there's two of them, so you could do all four corners with just two cranks through the Big Shot. And then the other super fun thing are, look at all of these little flowers. So there's actually 7 total flowers. So again, that's great so that you're not cranking it through the Big Shot to get, you know, a little bouquet of flowers or something like that. Or for example, this card here, I would have had to crank it through 3 times, but instead I did it just once. So that's super fun. I will say that 3 of the flowers are actually solid, and then there is the looped flowers, and there's actually 4 of the looped flowers. So the solid flowers are like that, and then the loops are like that. So they're the same size, they just have the loops cut out. So that is super wonderful. The reason why I'm showing both of these cards today is because you'll notice there's a lot of similarities with these cards. So I actually created both of these cards with a lot of the same materials so that I could get 2 fun looks, just so that I wasn't getting bored whenever making my multiples for Christmas. I know that sometimes making just one style can get a little boring after a while, especially if you're making a lot of them. But this gives me 2 amazing greetings and images for my stamps, and then it also uses up a lot of the same supplies. So you'll notice that the greetings are exactly the same, so I just had to cut a whole bunch, cut and stamp a whole bunch of those, and I was able to use it for both of the cards. The other thing is, this one actually uses the gold foil, and then I die cut it with that beautiful deer, popped it out, and I used the deer for one of them, and then I used the reverse image for the other one. So you can see that I'm not wasting any of that precious gold foil paper because I'm using both the negative and the deer to be able to get 2 different cards. So since the image isn't super easy to be able to not waste and have it use up every bit of that gold foil, then it's great to be able to use the negative of it to be able to do it on an entirely new project. So that is also super fun. You'll also notice I used the same stamps for both of them, and then I also used the same color. So I used the same stamps for the little greeting, or the little floral images on the top and bottom, and then the same greeting. And then I also used Mary Merlot for both of them, so only 1 ink pad. So there you'll see I have that fabulous die cut, and then I also have the fabulous little deer here. So there's the 2 images that you can use on these 2 cards. So of course this one I just added a little bit of gold glimmer paper to add a little bit more bling to my card. And then of course I have the texture with the swirls and curls embossing folder there. So I just wanted to show you a couple of the pieces. So for this one, I have the Mary Merlot cardstock, and then we'll actually be using the outline or the negative of our stamped image. And then I just added a few of those little leaves. Silly me, those little flowers. I did do this for a class, and I had some of my class attendees actually die cut out the flowers to have the Mary Merlot peek through versus adding the flower on top of their project, like I did here, where I actually placed the flower on top of the gold foil. And then of course, like I said, I used the greeting there, and I used the triple banner punch to be able to get that fun little banner there. And I did use Stampin' Dimensionals on this so that I could have a little bit of texture for that card. And then this one, I actually did this one where I stamped the Mary Merlot greetings there, and then I added the gold just on top of it, and then I placed this down on top of that. One of the tips that I will say for doing this is, even though the cardstock here is 4 inches, after I did it in the Swirls and Curls embossing folder, I noticed that it was pulled in just a smidge because of all that texture. So whenever I cut my gold glimmer paper at 4 inches, I sometimes have a little bit hanging off. So you just want to make sure to trim that up by placing it in front of your piece of Whisper White that is embossed. So after you've embossed it, place it down there and see if you need to trim up your glimmer paper at all. And then I added the amazing little deer on top of that using Stampin' Dimensionals. I did use a couple mini Stampin' Dimensionals up here by the face just so I could get in the nooks and crannies a little bit more to hold him up. I didn't actually add adhesive to the antlers, so that made it super easy to be able to adhere that without having to worry about the delicacy of those antlers. I just let them kind of stay like that and not be glued down securely. But with the fact that the rest of the body is glued so securely, I wasn't worried about him falling off. And again, I did that same little banner greeting using the banner triple punch. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial showcasing how to get 2 fabulous cards using some of the same supplies as well as some of the same dimensions of stuff. So you can really whip up both of these cards very quickly using minimal supplies, and then of course using up all of that fabulous gold foil. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Of course, don't forget to check out pictures of these on my blog, laurastamppad.com. Let me know if you like to get 2 cards out of one technique like I do, just to be able to use up all of that, because like I said, that gold foil paper is super precious and we don't want it to go to waste. So again, leave me a comment down below which one you like better. Is it the Mary Merlot or is it the more Whisper White one? I think I like the Whisper White one better, so I think that's where my vote is going. I'll see you guys all next time. Happy stamping! Bye-bye!